Hello YouTube vinyl lovers, Wes here back again with a brand new episode of the Unboxing the Inbox series. If you're new here, this is where I'm unboxing records I put into storage just about 5 years ago now actually, to when this video is going to be uploaded. These records I had in storage in two different unheated, uncooled garages for the past 5 years. They survived 2 moves. They stuck around here, just stuff I collected in the early days of the vinyl community, watching videos here on YouTube, getting to know different artists and different genres of music that I hadn't heard of before. So in the early days, whenever I was out and about, hitting thrift stores, flea markets, garage sales, whatever it may be, whenever I saw something cheap that I had recognized from being in the vinyl community here, I pretty much grabbed a lot of what I saw, what I thought I would be interested in. So that's kind of what the majority of these things are, just stuff I picked up in my early days of really getting serious about collecting, the early days of the vinyl community when I was learning about new artists and discovering new artists, and I just grabbed what I could. So yeah, we're finally in a place where I can get these records out and start working my way through them again and getting to know them and deciding whether they're going to be something I'm going to be keeping or not, something I'm interested in. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. This is box number 12 of this series. There's a playlist of the series, so if you want to watch more of these, there's plenty more to watch. But we're going to go ahead and open this one up. This is 97 pieces, it says. First one off the top here, Cat Stevens' Greatest Hits. Here's a pretty neat one. I haven't seen this one before. Well, I've seen it before, obviously, but haven't seen it in a while. REO Speedwagon, Riding the Storm Out. Of course, that title track was a big hit for them, but don't know what else is going to be on that album. Van Halen 2. Nice classic there. Album by Journey with Next. Not really familiar with that one either, so that'll be an interesting one. Yet another copy of Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band, Live Bullet. The soundtrack to the movie Thief, done by Tangerine Dream. So I do collect Tangerine Dream, and it's cool to be able to pick that soundtrack up. The Soul Soul Orchestra with Christmas Jollies, so disco Christmas album there. John Clemmer, Finesse. And then we have Dick Clark, 20 Years of Rock and Roll. So this would have been 70-something-ish, 73. So just some early rock and roll stuff. It's funny to think at one point it was only 20 years old that rock and roll was, but pretty neat anyway. Here's a nice one, Christmas Gift Wrap. Merry Christmas from Motown, so a lot of Motown artists doing Christmas music, and it's gift wrap spelled R-A-P, or it's just not hip-hop rap, it's just, talking kind of rap, but it's not that. I mean, you got Diana Ross and the Supremes, Smokey Robinson, Stevie Wonder, Temptations. Those are pretty much the artists that are on here. If you notice these little tags I have on here, these are just post-it notes that I put on these to let me know where and when I purchased each album and how much it costs. So a lot of times I did that, not always. I do that more regularly now just to keep track of things. Here's a cool one. Simple Minds with Sons and Fascination. Simple Minds album I am not familiar with. This is a New Zealand pressing, so that's pretty cool. Got that at Smiley's Antique Mall. Here's a cool one, copy of Rush's Signals. Very nice copy of that. Another really cool one here. Copy of Hold Your Fire by Rush. Another one I picked up at Smiley's. Really nice, clean copy of that. Here's an oddball one. Oh yeah, I got this at Smiley's too. I didn't even realize I had it. 50 Cent, Before I Self-Destruct. I think he did this as part of a movie he made. $239 for that. That was a good deal. Here's a good one. 10cc's Deceptive Bends. Do love 10cc, and this is a great album from them. Great cover as well. Nice Hypnosis cover. Classic Hypnosis cover. That's pretty cool. Here's a cool one too. Another really cool one. Falco with Jungle Romero, or Jungle Romer, or Jung Romer. Jung Romer. Yeah, one of those Falco releases that's less common. Really cool. And here's another classic one. Christine McVie, self-titled, on Quiax vinyl. Nice gold stamp promo. Those are really nice. And these prices in the antique mall is nuts. It's like you go into an antique mall now today and their prices are just outrageous, but they were cheap at one point. Late Harry Belafonte album. This was his Paradise in Ganzakulu. Looks pretty cool. Crowded House, self-titled. That's a classic one. Really glad to have that one. Copy of Get Ready by Rare Earth. Very nice. A promo copy of Brewer and Shipley's Shake Off the Demon. I think we have seen this one once before in this series. I think I picked up a couple of those. The group Cimarron with their album Rings. Should be pretty interesting. Carmen McRae, I'm Coming Home Again. Cool. Been wondering if I had this or not. Hall & Oates, Bigger Than the Both of Us. Very nice. Glad I do have that one. Copy of Supertramp's Crisis What Crisis. I still have not heard this album. I know it's a popular one of theirs. I still haven't heard it. One day I'll hear this album. Procol Harum live in concert with the London Symphony Orchestra. Very cool. Doing a symphonic rock thing. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, self-titled. Classic one of theirs as well. Of course, this one features the song Lucky Man. Excellent, excellent album. Harry Belafonte. Belafonte Sings of Love. Very nice one of his. This is Gatefold. Sean Phillips collaboration. Alright, here's a soundtrack called Reggae Sunsplash 81, a tribute to Bob Marley. Nice 2 LP set. Steel Pulse, Gurgi Isaacs, Black Uhuru, Mighty Diamonds, the Melody Makers, Dennis Brown, Rita Marley, the Wailers. Good names on there, so that should be a nice listen to. Always enjoy listening to some reggae. Santana with Festival. Yes, with 9012 Live, the solos. Roxy Music Manifesto. I have a pretty good Roxy Music collection, even though I've only heard a few of them. I did pick up a lot of those in the early days when I saw them cheap. I'm glad I did, because they're harder to find these days. The Who with Hooligans. Or just the greatest hits. I guess it's just the greatest hits kind of thing. Thought it was a live album. Here's a classic one. Classic hip hop, Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock. It Takes Two. Very nice. Scritti Politti with Cupid and Psych 85. Don't often pick up 12-inch singles, but I'll make an exception for Depeche Mode. This is their 12-inch single for Master and Servant. And Vanilla Fudge's The Beat Goes On. It's a classic album of theirs. Yet another 12-inch single for Ultravox's The Voice. Again, any kind of this new wave synth pop kind of stuff, I'm probably gonna grab the 12-inch because those are pretty interesting usually. Spandau Ballet with True. Which is a cool one. Herbie Mann returns to the Village Gate. A little bit of jazz there. There's a cool one. Santana, I think this is self-titled as well. There's 2 self-titled albums. This one definitely has a very different cover to it though. And we have George Benson with Bad Benson on CTI. Here's a cool one. Quicksilver Messenger Service, What About Me? Here's another one from Vanilla Fudge. This is their self-titled. Classic one of theirs. Copy of Bob Dylan's Street Legal. And the soundtrack to Ode to Billy Joe featuring Bobby Gentry and Michel Legrand is the score writer. Linda Ronstadt with Canciones de mi Padre, Songs of My Father. Cool one of hers. Ooh. I thought I only had 2 of these. Now I have 3. Oh, maybe there'll be more. I got a few more boxes after this. Yeah, now that's what I'm called music. Number 4. So that's what, 3, 4, and 6 I have now. Starting to get a collection. Yeah, these UK 80s compilations. Very, very cool. Wow. Man, I'm so glad I picked some of this stuff up. It's just a gold mine I got here. Here's a classic one, The Soul Mining. Really cool. This is sort of an oddball. I'm not sure what I'm getting into here. Randy Bernson, Mo Wasabi, with an all-star cast of thousands. So maybe this is some sort of sound work kind of thing where he's doing something with a lot of voices or noises from who knows what's going to be on there, but that's pretty cool looking. The classic Suzanne Vega, Tom's Diner. You got to have this one on a vinyl. This is where they use Tom's Diner to test out the MP3 format. So the ultimate analog piece there. Paul Kantner and Grace Slick, Sunfighter. I always want to frame it and put it next to the Nirvana cover. If I ever had a second copy of that Nirvana album, I might do that. ABC Beauty Stab. Very nice. Here's classic Jefferson Airplane, Bark. Used to see that one a lot in thrift stores. Diodato with Artistry. Here's a cool piece of jazz here. Ramsey Lewis, Funky Serenity. Ooh, here's a good one. Depeche Mode, People Are People. Really great Depeche Mode album. Got the title track on there, Get the Balance Right, Leave in Silence. I love Leave in Silence. Such a killer track. Yet another copy of Jefferson Airplane, After Bathing at Baxter's. And Herbie Mann, At the Village Gate, the first edition, or the first one. Here's a cool one. I didn't know I had a clean copy of this. Creedence Clearwater Revival's Green River. Very nice. Canadian pressing of that. Very nice. And Deodato's 2001. I don't see this one too often. Pretty interesting cover on that one though. Don't know what to expect. Some of these Deodatos can be not so good, but they're interesting to give a try to nonetheless. Here's a nice still in shrink copy of Johnny Cash at San Quentin. There's some more cool one here. Freddie Hubbard, Liquid Love. It's a pretty awesome album cover. I do like that. What the heck is this? Modern Jazz Quartet, Space. Yeah, on the Apple Records label, kind of an odd thing. Don't know what to expect with this one, but I like the cover. Don't think I've ever heard Modern Jazz Quartet before. Maybe I'm in for a treat. You'll have to tell me. Pretty nice copy of Wheels of Fire by Cream. It's always tough to find this one in nice condition. Every time I see it, it's pretty well beat up. That crazy psychedelic inner gatefold on this one, really cool. Copy of the Who's Quadrophenia gold stamp promo. Kasumi Wantanami, Mermaid Boulevard. Should be some fusiony jazz kind of stuff here. Really good. Real Life with Send Me an Angel 12-inch. That's a cool one. Man. Now I want to hear this song. I have to spin that one soon. I do have a thing for Tanya Tucker. I love her music. Tanya Tucker, Lovin' and Learnin', still in shrink. Really nice copy of that. So I do tend to pick up Tanya Tucker when I see her. Howard Jones's Cross That Line. Do like Howard Jones quite a bit. And Berlin's Love Life. Nice classic 80s album there. Copy of the soundtrack to Smokey and the Bandit. One I picked up again recently because I wasn't sure if I had one or not. I guess I do. So that's a duplicate for me. Yeah. Here's one I've heard is really, really good. I still have not heard it, but I know I'm probably going to like it when I get to it. It's Billy Cobham's Spectrum album. I think Bill's Box of Sound, I think he's a huge fan of this album. So yeah, definitely looking forward to hearing this at some point. And Jefferson Airplane's 2400 Fulton Street. I don't know if this is a compilation or... I think this is a compilation, 2 LP set. Should be pretty good. Here's an early Fleetwood Mac album, Kiln House. A Vanguard collection of American folk singers and balladeers, so a nice thick box set of folk music. Definitely needs a good cleaning, as all of these do. Do that before I put them back on the shelves here. That'll be fun to dig into, because I know, anything from that label is going to be good. Next up, we got Iron Butterfly with Metamorphosis. Kind of an odd album cover on this one. I do like Iron Butterfly, so I look forward to digging into that at some point. Next up, we got a Carlos Santana album here with The Swing of Delight. Pretty neat gatefold on that one. Copy of the Joshua Tree from U2. I do already have a copy of this on the shelf. Oh, this is really nice. This might be a UK pressing of it. It's the gatefold. Let me pull this out real quick. It is on Quax vinyl, I can tell you that much. I guess it's a US pressing, but really nice copy of it anyway. Mike and the Mechanics, The Living Years. I do enjoy this, even though it was really, really commercial and really played a lot. Still enjoy it. Carl Reiner and Mel Brooks, 2013. Well, it's now 2019. Not sure what I'm getting here, but it does have feature Richard Harris on it. That's the main reason I picked it up. The Prophet, Khalil Gibran, a musical interpretation featuring Richard Harris, music composed by Arif Madin. Yeah, just something that looked interesting, and I thought we'll give it a try. Here's a cool one from Sean Phillips you don't see so often, Transcendence. Here's a Sean Phillips you do see a lot. This is Second Contribution. And the Ides of March with Vehicle. All right, last little stack here, and then I'll let you go. Next up, another 12-inch single. This is for Erasure's Drama. Nice little 12-inch there. I think this is an EP. Yeah, it looks like an EP. Erasure Circus. Very nice. Neil Young, self-titled. Debut album. The John Zun Crew, Down to Earth. The Art of Noise, Who's Afraid of the Art of Noise. Good one from them. Hamilton, Joe, Frank, and Reynolds with Hallway Symphony. Cool stuff there. Here's another one that shouldn't have been in this box, but Jimi Hendrix, The New Rays of the Rising Sun, or the First Rays of the New Rising Sun? First Rays of the Rising Sun. New Rising Sun. Just a posthumous compilation from 2010. Very nice. A second copy of the soundtrack to Thief by Tangerine Dream. Two of these in one box. A copy of Saxon's The Power and the Glory. Here's a cool one. Club Nouveau, Under a Nouveau Groove. Here is finishing it off. Something awesome here. Nice piece of new wave here. OMD, The Pacific Age. Definitely a group I love quite a bit. So that's going to do it for box number 12. Hope you enjoyed it. I had some really awesome discoveries in here myself. It's fun really getting back into these. It's shocking how much I've forgotten about what I have. But yeah, I'm glad I can finally get these open and out and start working my way through them and enjoying them and listening to them. So hope you can do the same. Get out, find yourself some great music, enjoy it. See you again real soon. Have a great day. Cheers.